What begins as hope can become horror. Iran, a nation with one of the oldest civilizations on earth, is now a country with a regime that kills its own people in order to stay in power. Today, ordinary Persians are fighting for basic human rights. From the Western world, it's easy to watch from a distance. But to understand what's happening and why it matters, we need to understand what a failed system looks like and how different life is in a free society in comparison. Today, we trace how Iran went from an anti-Shah revolution to an Islamic dictatorship, and why in the recent years the streets are filled with blood of its people. Welcome to Truth X. My name is Jay and I'm an ex-serving Australian Army soldier. Today I break down facts that changed an entire country. Let's get into it. This isn't a story about protests. This is a story about a regime that weaponized fear against its own people to stay in power. Before 1978, Iran under Mohammad Reza Shah Pahlavi was undergoing rapid modernization. Major cities like Tehran, Shiraz, and Isfahan saw industrial growth, new infrastructure, and expanding education, driven largely by oil revenue and the Shah's White Revolution reforms. Literacy rates rose, universities expanded, women entered into higher education and workforce. In urban centers, women drove cars. Cinemas, music, nightlife were common. Iran appeared culturally like a Western country. However, and this matters, political freedom was limited. The Shah ruled as an autocrat. Opposition parties were suppressed. The secret police imprisoned and tortured. Modernization existed, but political freedom did not. In 1978, mass demonstrations erupted across Iran, from bazaars to mosques, and in universities. Liberals, leftist students, workers, and religious clerics united against the Shah's rule. In January 1979, Shah fled Iran. In February 1979, Ayatollah Ruhollah Khomeini returned from exile and quickly rose to power. Within weeks, the monarchy collapsed. The last Shah of Iran, Mohammad Reza, left the country in January 1979 and never returned. He lived in exile across several countries and died of cancer in Egypt in 1980. The monarchy was over, but peace did not follow. After the revolution, Khomeini moved quickly. A referendum in March 1979 declared Iran an Islamic Republic, offering the voters no alternative system. The new constitution placed the ultimate power in the supreme leader, an unelected cleric above all branches of government. Courts, education, media, and public life were all brought under religious control. Public dissent was no longer opposition. It was treated as treason. In the early 1980s, the regime carried out mass executions of political opponents. Thousands of activists, intellectuals, leftists, minorities, and critics were executed or disappeared. Iran has faced repeated uprisings. 2009, Green Movement protests erupted after the disrupted elections. 2017 to 2019, nationwide economic protests. 2022 to 2023, women life freedom protests after the death of Mahsa Amini in morality police custody. Human rights groups documented hundreds killed and thousands arrested during the 2022 to 2023 protests. Each time response was the same: live fire, mass arrests, executions. Reform failed, fear endured. In recent years, Iran has faced worse economic collapse, currency devaluation, high inflation, rise in poverty. New protest waves erupted in major cities, beginning with economic demand and quickly changing to openly anti-regime. Chants shifting from breads and jobs to death to the dictator. These protests were no longer about reform. They were about ending the system itself. The government responded with internet blackout, restricted journalism, and deployed security forces, including the IRGC and Basij. Security forces used live ammunition, mass arrests, and revolutionary courts. Human rights groups from around the world have reported large-scale fatalities. According to multiple reporting sources, Iranian authorities acknowledged thousands of deaths. A US-based human rights group verified at least more than 3,900 dead and nearly 25,000 arrested, which could be altered. The numbers could be way more. This is not a single protest. This is a decade of resentment with the system. Iranians have watched women's rights stripped away, critics jailed without a fair trial, protesters shot in the streets. The regime's message is the same: obey or be destroyed. Iran has known revolution before, but this moment is different. From Tehran's bazaar to the universities, the people no longer want to be in a system like this. They are demanding freedom, and in today's Iran, demand is treated as a crime. Watching this should bring perspective. Free societies are not perfect, but they do not gun down their citizens for speaking. Iranians want what most people take for granted: choice, dignity, and freedom. That system was forced on them, and they are still paying the price. If you want to support the voices that speak the truth, make sure you like, subscribe. Thank you.